Yeah,
All right,
we've got 5 minutes.
Let's get going.
Scott,
Yes.
what's the gate, and can you give us a rundown of your opinion of tonight? But first off with the gate.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have the exact numbers, but I think that we're pacing about 25% above the O2 as of yesterday. So we could probably get those gate numbers to you either today or on Monday.
Okay. Now, in comparison to last year, is this what success looks like? I mean, in your mind's eye, is this how you wanted it to play out?
Well, you know what? The thing about Maze, you never know what's going to happen, right? And I will say this: I thought that we had a passionate crowd tonight. I thought we had some good fights. We had some great fights. We had some technical fights. At the end of the day, I was impressed with a lot of the local kids, that came and fought their hearts out. And I think we delivered a show from top to bottom that had something for everybody. And I enjoyed it myself, just sitting there watching it and having a good time.
Scott, there was absolute pandemonium there between Paul Daley and Michael Venom Page. From your vantage point and from what you've heard, what happened there?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure, because I think it stemmed from something he was saying in the post-fight interview and led to the whole thing. I know, as you guys know from the press conference we held, there is a lot of heat between those guys, and there's some animosity there, and it's unfortunate because we have to keep this thing professional, and never do we want to have something like that happen at one of our events. It's a lot. To me, it's a lot more personal than I had originally thought it was.
Will there be repercussions on fines, suspensions, anything like that for both guys?
Well, we're going to definitely go back and take a look at the video. As you know, Mike Mazzulli is here, and he's our regulator. And if he issues some fines or suspension, whatever, then we'll abide by what he says.
So the ad hoc commission here is the Connecticut Commission for you in this event. So what's the process of them looking at it when they go back to Connecticut?
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably want the same thing. He'll probably want to look at all the different camera angles that we have and see what happened and who instigated, how did it all unfold, and what the outcome was. I mean, the good thing was there was nobody throwing any blows. It just seemed like a lot of pushing and hugging and.
Is it true you flew into the middle of it as well?
No, that's a negative. But no. I mean, I took a couple steps for MVP. I said, hey, come on, let's just, he was very heated. And he said, look, let's just keep this, professional. And he was quite heated, but eventually he calmed down.
Is this definitely put this to bed? But is there any appetite at the moment for MVP versus Semtex?
I mean, I think that's a fight people want to see. I think it's a fight that both those guys want to see, and if they want to throw it down, we'll put it together. This is something that just happened, and like I said, I'll probably have to go back and talk to both of them. But if they both tell me they want to do it, we're going to do it.
Would you wait to come back to London again to headline with that, or would you?
I think that deserves to be here, and maybe we wouldn't wait so long to come back next time.
Well, because I was about to ask you, you said that you were going to wait a year until you come back to London. Can you call an audible and maybe come back by the end of this year to do another London card with those two guys?
Yeah, it's definitely possible, but I can't make a commitment on that. I have to go back and talk to Spike TV and Channel 5 and Spike UK. So there's a lot of people involved in the process. But you know what? Like I said, I'm going to talk to both of them. If they want to do it, then to me it makes a lot of sense to have it right here in London.
Linton Vassell had a great performance tonight. Firstly, what did you make of it? And secondly, do you think that's going to get him the next title shot?
Yeah, you know what? The performance he had was amazing. I mean, this guy fought a well-rounded Liam that, as everybody knows, is one of the top black belts at Henjo Gracie's Academy. And he submitted him, which is a rare feat. I was talking to Hoyce about it, said he couldn't believe it. So, to submit Liam, I didn't think he could do it. And he showed me a lot today about, his character and his indomitable spirit, his perseverance to fight through. Because Liam was hitting him a couple of good times there, and I thought that, was doing quite well, actually, in the fight. But they call him the Swarm for a reason, right? And when he got on top of him, he really gave him a hard time, and, with the submission, I was surprised. And I was happy for him because, he deserves the win. And it definitely will move him up in the 205-pound weight class. And let's just see what happens with Phil fighting Bader, and we'll go from there.
Well, who is in the frame then to fight the winner of that?
Well, I think that you're probably looking at the guy here, Linton. But let's see how it all unfolds after the New York card on June 24th at the Garden.
obviously a lot of focus on Paul Daley, especially with the scrap, the brawl with MVP there, but waiting so long for Rory MacDonald to make his promotional debut here, you heard the pop, you heard the crowd, they went crazy for him, even though the hometown guy, the home countryman Paul Daley was fighting here. Was it everything you expected from Rory in his first Bellator outing?
I mean, all I can say is wow, that kid's really talented, and Paul Daley's no joke. Paul Daley could knock you out with either hand, and he has how many fights under his belt, and he's I think one of the greatest fighters to come out of the UK, and Roy pretty much just dismantled him and submitted him. So to say that it wasn't impressive, I think that's a disservice, because that kid, he has been waiting for how long to fight? A year and a half, 2 years, a year and a half, a year. So with all his nose damage, I thought that he might be a little bit apprehensive, but he just didn't miss a beat. He came out and he did exactly what he did 2 years ago. So he's a dangerous fighter, and I tell you, the winner of Lorenz and Lima, that's going to be an interesting fight between the two, but we just got a great welterweight division. I'm really excited about the fights, whether it's Lorenz fighting here with Rory, or if it's Douglas Lima. I mean, come on, Douglas Lima and Rory would be an amazing fight too. So the fans are going to win, Bellator's going to win, Spike TV's going to win. It's going to be a great
Would
night.
you consider Rory and say Lawrence, or Rory and Lima taking a Canada event on?
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Because it's closed down a bit in Canada, and there's a market to open up there.
Yeah, I think ever since GSP kind of stepped aside and went into retirement, Canada has not been the market that it used to be, and a kid like Rory could definitely spark it up again, and it's something that we're scheduling to do. Is it on the books right now for 17? I'd say it won't happen in 17, but in 2018, I think that we'll definitely go to Canada. In fact, we are talking to several venues up there in several cities, so we'll keep you guys posted.
One or two more guys.
Can you just speak on Baby Slice's win and what it means for the Bellator family? Because we spoke about the morning of Kimbo Slice and how long that's been going on for you guys.
Yeah, you know what? He was so happy. I mean, he's such a great kid, and if you get to really know him, and he's really a genuinely nice person. And I was, his father and myself were friends, and you guys all know what happened last year, and the passing of his father, and when he came on board and he signed with us, it really was something special to me that he wanted to carry on the legacy. And when I knew we were going to come to London, we wanted to book him before. And in one of the earlier UK fights up in Ireland, but to have him fight here where the father was supposed to fight is a very special moment, for him. I'm sure for him, you could ask him yourself, but for me, it was very emotional.
A lot of the prelim fighters obviously would have taken your interest. Were there any particular that stood out?
Yes, I tell you what, the last kid with the spinning back kick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that kid could be a star, honestly, because he has. Seems like the fight didn't last that long, but from what I saw, he had some great karate skills, which give people a hard time if you're just a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu fighter sometimes. And it seemed like he had some groundwork under his belt. So and he comes from a great gym, it looks like. So he's somebody that we'll definitely be talking to soon.
Could we have one question about the overall picture for you this week in the London landscape, the UK landscape? Because you've been here yourself many times now. Does it feel like you're generating more, and how does it feel from your camp?
I mean, it feels great. We love coming here. We love coming to UK. We're going to come back. I told you guys last year we're going to be back on multiple occasions, and I think that we've delivered. The fights, I think we did 4 or 5 fights within a 12-month period here, and we're going to do, I think, even more in the next 12 months. So, it's a commitment from Viacom. It starts from the top, and what's important to them here in the UK also is Channel 5 and Spike UK, and the growth of Bellator as a franchise to continue to grow here in the UK, where they have such a big presence of terrestrial television and cable TV. It's a big victory. So, to me, I can feel the growth. I can feel the momentum, and it's here, and also it's in the States too. I feel it, and we're going to keep signing more free agents, guys. Our ratings have been fantastic. We're going to expand internationally to other territories, and we're not going to stop. We're going to go after every free agent that we can get, and we're going to just keep, you know, marching forward.
Can I ask one more question? No, it's the question you don't like as well.
Okay.
So
the answer is no. So anyway.
Okay. So you're not going to show it. You're not going to move it to closer to the when you've got American events. Obviously, it's on time to 8. You know, are you still going back to work on that? Because it's the thing that we all get hassled over, all of us, by the fans.
Yeah.
You know, we're carrying the burden.
And myself too. Believe me.
No, I'm sure.
And all our PR guys too. I mean, it's, you know, it's, but think about this. This time it's the opposite, right? I mean, it was it was an hour, you know, delayed on Spike.
They're still moaning though. But
okay, but you know, it's like it's not that much of a break, and they can sit home watch it for free on Channel 5 or Spike UK. But the people back home have to wait 6 hours or 9 hours to watch it, and believe me, they're not happy about it either. But we're working on it, and you know, we'll get it together.
Thank you. Thanks for answering that.
Thank you.